Chapter 1. Confessing Unbelief. Confessing Belief. We act like pagans in a crisis. Oswald Chambers, my utmost for his highest. To whom am I telling this story? It isn't, of course, to you, my God, but in your presence, I'm telling it to my race, the human race. And what's the story's purpose? Obviously, it's so that I and whoever reads this can contemplate from what depths we must cry out to you. But what's closer to your ears, if the heart humbles itself in confession and the life is lived in faith? Augustine, Confessions. I confess I don't believe in God. Well, if belief is a cognitive assent, I guess I do believe. I assent to the idea of God. I'm willing to acknowledge God exists. But I don't believe God is present. And I don't believe God is powerful. And I don't believe God is benevolent. I don't believe God is acting right here and now in this place, in this body, in this body. If behaviour attests to belief, I don't believe. Oh, I'm a Christian. A pretty Christian. You could say I have been all my life. Born to Christian parents and Christian grandparents. We prayed before meals, talked about God, went to church every week. When I was small enough to sit in my mother's lap in church and lay my head on her chest, I heard the sound of the singing resonating in her body and wondered if all the church was in her. My dad's faith brought tears to his eyes, making me wonder, what is so powerful that it humbles the most powerful person I know? This was not just learning ideas, but the embodied experience of Jesus, alive in my life, and my home and community, modelling for me a way of life that turned the other cheek and welcomed strangers. It was so much a part of my development that my wedding was also an ordination, blessing us not only to a life submitted to one another, but also to God. And for the past 25 years, I've devoted myself to that life. I pray, I read the Bible, I talk a lot about God. But I'm also secular. As much as I was steeped in bodily experiences that grew from the way of Jesus, I've been shaped by secular liturgies. I've been moulded by a culture that was influenced enough by Christianity to seem Christian enough, been educated by institutions with good inclusive values, led by politicians who valued freedom and democracy, trained by media that seemed a harmless distraction. These have fed me as much as the bread and wine. I've been as immersed in them as in the waters of baptism. As positive as they may in some ways be, they're not founded on a fundamental belief in a transcendent being. And so, alongside my father's tears and my mother's songs and my Bible college classes, I've been shaped to be self-reliant and to be ashamed when I'm not. My eyes have taken in countless ads whose main message is that something's wrong with me and I need to fix it. I've sat in countless classrooms that have taught me I can find an answer to every question if I study long enough. I've been influenced by leaders who think it's their job to be my saviour, and intuited that when I lead, I'll need to become a saviour too.